famous landmarks in London. It towers over the National Sports Centre, and that's where we are tonight to see the latest chapter in the Lennox Lewis saga. Olympic gold medalist now aiming to add the European Heavyweight Championship to his list of honours. The man in his way, Chanet of France. And Lewis aims to do to Chanet what he's done to several unfortunate opponents before. Gets him with the right hand again.
There's that little sway back I was talking about. He does it very, very well. He's in range all the time to unload with a big bomb.
Well, it's all over the place. The guard gone.
Yeah,
the right's getting through, and he's down, and he won't get up from that. He won't get up from that. Doesn't even take too many of those, though. Oh, and a left hook has Simawelu down, and the African won't want to take too many of them. Roy Francis picks up the count at 5. The count is at 8. And that's it. That's all over. Schedule parade. Lewis red, Gaskell blue. Right hand knocked down inside 10 seconds.
That was a good shot. Bang on.
Count is 7. He's up at 8. And every signs of surviving it through to the end of the first round. Well, slumped to his knees. That was on the blind side of me. I didn't see the punch that did it. It stopped. Right. No, Larry O'Connell's had enough.
He's shaking hands. Unnecessary beating there.
Yeah, he's looking a mess. And now is the time. Now's the time to stop it. That's it. That's all over. That's all over. That's Lennox Lewis for you. 13 fights, 13 wins, 11 of them by the short route. The man standing in his way tonight, Jean-Maurice Chanet, the reigning European champion. That's the main event tonight, all over Europe, on Screen Sport. Good evening and welcome live to ringside at the National Sports Centre in Crystal Palace, South East London. I'm David Brenner. Alongside me is the former undefeated featherweight champion of Europe, Jim McDonnell, and we're here along with everybody watching this on TSN in Canada for the big event of the evening. 12 rounds for the heavyweight championship of Europe. Jean-Maurice Chanet, the fairground worker from Saint-Dizier in France, against the former Pride of Canada and the new Pride of Britain, the former Olympic gold medalist, Lennox Lewis. The Lewis saga continues. Hello again from the Palace. The big one coming up next, the heavyweight championship of Europe. Jean Chanet defending against Lennox Lewis. I'm sure that everybody will be gathered round the sets watching this on TSN in Kitchener, Lennox's adopted Canadian hometown. We've had, Jim, a bit of news from the Frenchman's dressing room that some plastic skin has been found on his eyes, and he's been told that unless he gets it off toot sweet, the title's going to be stripped off him.
With the type of money he's getting, he wants to get it off a bit lively. Basically, you know, fighters who worry about cut eyes tend to use this new skin, which is obviously illegal, and Chanet's obviously worried about that tonight. And Lewis's shots are so accurate that it could be a big problem for him anyway, with or without the skin.
Well, there's Jim and I at ringside. I'm the good-looking one, and Jim's the dad.
Self-praise is no praise, but yes, I'm definitely the dad.
A lot has been said about how far Lennox Lewis can go, Jim. Now, I guess he's perhaps faced tougher opponents than Jean Chanet, but it's the whole atmosphere of a big title fight that he's never faced before. Olympic finals, yes, but I'd suggest that an Olympic final is nothing like this.
You know, he's having the temperament to handle the situations that he's going to be put in. Like tonight, Lennox, you know, we're all expecting big things from the man. He wants to become box office. He's a man on a mission, and you know, as an Olympic gold medalist, we can say he's got the potential to go all the way and be world champion, same as Evander Holyfield has just gone on to do. Another good Olympian, although he didn't get the gold, and a few other people. And I'm sure Lennox's ambitions are as high as theirs. And who knows, Dave, in the very near future, we could see another Olympic gold medalist fight for the world heavyweight title.
Well, it would be nice, wouldn't it? And it would also be nice if Great Britain could notch up its first world heavyweight champion of the century. Well, we've only ever had one.
Well, I'm sure all the viewers watching in Canada would be very proud of Lennox Lewis as well, knowing he was residential in Canada for many years. And I'm sure Lennox would like to wave to you all with a good knockout tonight.
I suppose that the good folk of Canada, and especially Kitchener, as I say, where Lennox settled after he left Great Britain, I wonder if, or I wonder just how hard done by they feel at seeing their Olympic champion up and off and come back to his the land of his birth.
You know, they've obviously grown to admire Lennox Lewis's boxing ability, and I'm sure they feel part of him and wish him all the best. I certainly hope so, because Lennox is a very nice man.
Mark Hugh, they've got a more than useful heavyweight of their own in Razor Ruddock, who some people say is just about the best heavyweight around at the moment.
Yeah, well, you know, Evander Holyfield's known as the real deal, and he certainly turned out to be, but someone's told me that the real deal is based in Canada, and that's his name, Razor Ruddock, so time will tell.
Of course, Ruddock was supposed to have met Mike Tyson for the title, and that didn't take place. But with all the politicking going on now, we gather that George Foreman is going to fight Holyfield next spring. I suppose Tyson will get a crack sometime. Well, then again, maybe not. Who knows? With all the machinations that there are in the heavyweight division, I suppose that's one of the reasons you get 4 different versions of world titles now. I don't doubt Mike Tyson will be manoeuvred into one of them before too long.
You know, I'm a big...
That's Lennox Lewis's mum, incidentally, Jim.
She's seen Canada as well. You know, I'm a big fan of Mike Tyson, and I was as shocked as everybody else when he lost his title. And I honestly thought that he'd controlled the heavyweight division for as long as he thought possible, and the only person that could beat him would be himself. But now it's wide open, and that's why I'm very ambitious for people like Lennox Lewis, who've proved themselves as top amateurs, and hopefully can do so as a professional.
Well, there's the world's press waiting for the off. And the heavyweight division in Britain might be due for a slight upturn. We've got Lennox Lewis doing great things. We've got Frank Bruno, of course, who was European champion. He hasn't fought since meeting Mike Tyson, but you never know. He's never officially retired. He's not old. He might decide that 1991 time might be right for a comeback.
You know, George Foreman's shown you can have 10 years out and come back and be good. So.
And of course, we've got Gary Mason too, with I think, what is it, 34 fights, 34 wins, the longest unbeaten run in British boxing.
To give anyone
so then,
fight both them guys.
Enough of the verbals. Let's get on to the fights. And as is the case in events like this, the challenger comes in first.
This is the beginning of his mission, because, you know, if he wins the European title, he'll officially be champion of 3/4 of the world. So,
the man on a mission, he calls himself. Of those 13 fights, 11 inside the distance. Ozzy Ocasio, the only man to take him to a point, the former world champ, Ozzy Ocasio, and Melvin Epps of America was disqualified. Melvin Epps would have done great things as a nose tackle for the Chicago Bears, but you can't fight like that, and he got chucked out of the ring the night that Jim, on my left, fought Azuma Nelson for the Super Featherweight Championship of the world.
Didn't turn out to be a bad fight.
So, Lennox Lewis is ready for a fight that can perhaps emulate his Olympic gold medal in Seoul.
Now you've got the towering figure there of Lennox Lewis against, you see the squat, balding figure of the reigning champion, Jean Chanet.
Oh, well, there's a few across the channel here tonight. runs a candy floss machine.
He's brought off the staff of him, Dave.
A cotton candy machine operator in a local fair. And he was 36 years old on Saturday. Not the greatest of records, but he's won when it counts, and he has never been knocked out.
The other thing you've got to remember, Dave, is, you know, forget the record. Gene Chanet's now champion. Fighters improve when they become champion. Some people say as much as 20%, and it'd be interesting to see what the title's done to him. Obviously, he'd be proud of it, realise he can earn decent money out of it, and he's going to do his utmost to hang on to it, I'm sure of that.
Well, he's been a man involved in controversy. When he won the title against Britain's Derek Williams, Williams alleged that he'd been drugged. They fought again in Paris, and there were ringside brawls and all sorts of unpleasant shenanigans. La Marseillaise fading into the middle distance, but not as far as the French fans are concerned. So the formality's over with. Let's join Alan Hughes in the ring.
Promotions in association with Mactoon Boxing and sponsored by Storm Seal, we are proud to present the main attraction of the evening. A heavyweight contest over 12 rounds, each of 3 minutes duration, for the European Heavyweight Championship of Europe. Your judges for the contest are Mr. Rolando Paravecchio of Italy, Mr. Jess Andriessen from Denmark, your supervisor, Mr. Angel Guzman from Spain, and your steward in charge, Mr. Jerry Cobb. Your referee for the contest is Mr. Franz Marti of Switzerland, and your timekeeper, Bob Edgeworth of Crawley.
So there we go, a Swiss referee, Franz Marti, judges from Italy, Denmark and Spain.
With 13 wins from 13 contests, 11 inside the distance, the challenger for the title from London, Lennox.
Well, may have been brought up in Canada, he's our boy now.
You know, Lennox has been away training for his fight in Cornwall Day for 5 weeks, so he's obviously took it very, very seriously. Good professional, looks in great shape.
And defending his title from France, Jean-Marie Chanet. As we weigh in at 11 o'clock today, Lennox Lewis has scaled 16 stone 8 ounces, Jean-Marie Chanet 14 stone 9 3/4 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.
Well, there's about 19 pounds in it. That's the weight advantage Lennox Lewis has. Both boys glove up. There's Chanet. The pre-fight talk over here in London is that Lewis, too young, too tall, too strong. But then again, they said that about Derek Williams, also from London, when he tried to twice beat Chanet for the European title and fail on both occasions.
I think in defence of Williams on that score, Dave, I believe that the atmosphere out there was very, very hostile, to put it mildly, and I don't think Lennox is going to find that atmosphere here tonight. I think he's a pure ability. He's going to win it in style tonight.
Well, Jim and I were talking earlier that Lewis in London, in the London betting, is an overwhelming favourite, and to a certain extent he's on a bit of a hiding to nothing. People are expecting him to win. If he wins quickly, they'll say, well, all right, so what? If he takes a few rounds to win, people will say he made heavy weather of it. But the most important thing from his viewpoint is at the end of the day, he ends up as European champion.
That's right, Dave. You know, they're banging the drum loud and clear about Riddick Bowe in the United States of America. Lennox in the Olympic Games stopped the guy in 2 rounds. There's the pedigree, there's the class, there's the man.
The man on a mission in the black and white check trunks. The Frenchman still getting gloved up. The official, the referee, is from Switzerland. His name is Franz Marti. And the judges from Italy, we have Rolando Barovecchio. From Denmark, Jess Andreasen. And from Spain, Angel Gutmann. So, that's the cast list. Got the 2 leading men. And one of them you see here, Lennox Lewis, looking, I must say, in the most fabulous condition and nice and calm, nice and relaxed.
I like the outfit.
Yeah, the checkered flag. Let's hope it's a winning flag.
I'll sit on the fence, Dave, and say I'm sure it will be.
Well, Chanet still getting gloved up. His manager there, Jacques Milani. And I hope they get all that. Hope they got all that plastic skin off his eyebrows.
Yeah,
wiping off any little bits and bobs that might be on the gloves. As I say, Derek Williams claimed his inter-round water had been drugged when they met a second time. There was a ringside brawl between rival fans, that fight taking place in Paris. So perhaps not surprising, bearing in mind the hostile atmosphere Jim was telling you about, that the London boy, Sweet D. Williams, had to face. Why he lost. Franz Marti just checking. No horseshoes or iron bars in the glove. And calling both boys together. And you'll be able to see the height advantage Lewis has.
Lennox head down, frowning in concentration.
Well, Lewis has got a 5-inch height advantage, corresponding reach advantage. We're scheduled for 12 rounds.
I like the American touch in the corner, give me 5.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Oh, the tricks have started.
A little bit of jitters. Let's call it pre-fight nerves. Not from the fighters, from the trainers.
This is all good showbiz stuff, this. You leave our boy alone, I'm not going here. Oh, yes. This is the real deal.
When the bell goes, both fighters will be on their own, that's for sure. I bet the trainers don't jump in there, Dave.
No matter how many men you've got in your corner, when the bell goes, it's just you.
The size of Lewis must be imposing.
He's dwarfing his man. I know I said something like 19 pounds, looks twice that.
I've seen Chanet perform once before when he fought Britain's Jess Harding. Got outpointed in that one in Brentwood. That was one of his losses.
I remember how that Chanet, the champ, has never been knocked out.
It's the first time for everything. It's the right hand shot of Lennox Lewis, the chopping right hand, which could be effective tonight on the smaller figure of Chanet. I was reading the other day that Chanet don't watch tapes of fighters, and he may wish he had done after this one. Good loop in left hook from Chanet. No problem.
Lewis just sticks out a left jab, it was nothing more. And Chanet just could hardly believe it, staggered back.
I think Chanet's been cut already, and he certainly looked to the ground. He's obviously worried about his eyes.
He's got his back to me, I can't see it at the moment, Jim.
Yeah, he's
cut. Between the eyes.
Bad position.
Right between the eyes. Blood pouring down. And I think we can safely say this isn't going to go 12. Lewis, impassive, hands down, stalks his man. Catches him again.
Lewis looks too big, too strong.
That left jab. I've never seen a man rot with a straight left jab like the Frenchman's being at the moment. Franz Martin calls over. The doctor. And a little wash and brush up there. You can see what a nasty cut.
I'm glad the referee let it go. You know, the guy's defending his European title. That'd be a tragedy in the opening round.
Well, Chanet, who is not regarded as a big puncher, has got to give it everything he's got in a bid to create a big upset here.
Lewis just looks too big, too strong.
Lewis is in broken sweat at the moment.
And obviously, he doesn't need no confidence boosting after this opening round.
That jab must be like a broken light bulb being smashed in your face.
There's nothing on them shots from Chanet.
No,
nothing for Lewis to worry about.
Every time Lewis catches the champ, he hurts him.
This ain't going 12.
Well, we've been wrong before about a fight lasting the distance, Jim, but I can't see we're going to be this time.
Nice little touch on Lennox Lewis Schultz. It's one Canadian flag and one British flag, if I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Delayed action from the referee. Looked like he was going to make a decision, man. Big round for Lewis.
Yeah, emphatically Lewis's round. We're with Jean Chanet now. Well, there we go. Jean-Maurice, second defence of the European title. Of his 7 losses, or his 10 losses, I should say, 7 have been on points. 2, he's been stopped to avoid taking further punishment. And once he lost on cuts.
They're watching him very closely in that corner, Dave. They're a bit worried they're going to try and slip a bit of new skin on, I think, what he took off in the changing rooms.
Well, all this sweetness and light right above us in the Lewis corner.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out, round 2.
No, that cut ain't going to hold up. No way. Lewis wants to look good. He's going to try and bomb him out in style.
Well, let's see if Lewis can do this in style now.
He needs to. No,
the Frenchman, give him credit. He's trying to make a fight of it.
Now, Lewis knows he's got to look good. He's got to sell himself. He don't want to win on a cut. He wants to win in style. He's trying to KO the guy. He wants to bomb him out.
Well, we in Britain know how good he is, but this fight, as I say, live in Canada, and North America will want to see just what this man Lennox Lewis is made of. And he's giving them a fair idea.
Fair play to Chanet. He's got a couple of good belts on the chin and he's getting himself together. Still trying to come back with good shots of his own. He's a game fella.
Hasn't thrown a jab in this round as Lewis, and the left jabs in the first round, I think it was a left jab that opened the cut. They were fearsome.
Lewis has got that very relaxed style that comes with confidence, obviously. Americanised.
Well, Lewis is quite happy to take shots. He knows the only way that Chanet's going to hurt him is to shell him for 3 days and send in the infantry.
Yeah,
he's not going to hurt him by hitting him.
Treated Chanet with contempt. Absolute contempt. You certainly won't think Lennox Lewis was the challenger. He looks every inch the champion.
Frenchman's cuts open up again.
The jab's the best weapon in Lennox Lewis' textbook to use.
He's got a lovely jab.
Absolutely.
He's giving it everything he's got. There's Chanet. He's fighting like a champion.
He knows he's on borrowed time, Dave.
Yeah.
Good jab again. Can't miss him with the left hand. Carrying his hands very low and the reflexes ain't quite sharp enough to miss that jab. That jab's very fast.
Funnily enough, it's not actually easy fighting a man who's that much smaller than you. You've got to punch down all the time. And that cut eye of Chanet's,
He's in trouble.
it looks in woeful condition. Franz Marti hovering anxiously. The Frenchman's got through another round, but it was emphatically Lewis's.
It's a big round for Lewis. The cut certainly looks worse. It's still bleeding heavily. Corner trying their best to do as best they can, but
They're not trying to close it with adrenaline, Jim. They're just that's about. I've got to say, that's about the worst bit of cuts work I've ever seen in a corner. They're making no attempt to close it.
absolutely. And Chanet doesn't seem to be panicking at all. He must know he's scoring the title till the end of this contest, because the title's going to change hands, and I feel he's already resided to that fact. He knows he hasn't got the power to take Lewis out of one hit.
If you're a regular boxing fan, whether at ringside or on television, you'll know that the way we in Britain stop cuts, a mixture of 1 in 1,000 adrenaline, then a dab of Vaseline. The French corner, a swift rub down with a towel, a bit of water, a bit of Vaseline, and that was that. I've got to say, it's sloppy corner work from the champion's corner.
Well, Chanet may be a champion, but his corner can't be described in the same breath.
The corner amateur night in Dixie. You get the feeling that Lewis could finish this any time he wants.
Absolutely second rate.
Oh, now Lewis doesn't want to get too careless. A big round arm swing catches him on the side of the head, and he's got him.
I think that upset Lennox, and it's fired him into this aggressive onslaught. Lennox getting caught with 1 or 2 shots. But as I said before, you can't get in the water and not get wet. You know, Lennox is out there. He's very determined to win the title. He wants to win it in style as well. You know, when you're trying to look good, it's very, very hard to please everybody.
Good left hook.
Screwed left uppercut, left hook. Good shot.
French supporters trying to get behind their man. Bit of a forlorn task, got to say.
Well, Chanet's coming to the ring. He hasn't really thought about the task that he's going to be facing. The shot he's used most as he's deliberate is the right uppercut. And, you know, Lewis just towers above him. Can't see the point in that.
Lewis almost swings himself off his feet throwing that short right.
Certainly a game fella. Without the cut, you don't know, he may have hung in there for a few rounds.
The thing is, Jim, that the Frenchman is so small compared to Lewis. Lewis is finding it very difficult to throw body shots. He can't get the leverage on him.
Yeah, he looks weights above him, Dave. He really does. He looks, in the amateurs, this would be a super heavyweight in Lennox Lewis against just a normal heavyweight.
That's right.
And Lennox is a real big guy and a well-conditioned athlete.
Well, he scaled 16 stone, 3/4 of a pound.
That's the right shot for Lewis to use, the uppercut, against the shorter bulldozing tactics of Chanet. Good left
Keeps wobbling him.
From Lewis.
And the eye, once again, sending the blood trickling down Chanet's nose.
Chanet's as game as they come. He's took 1 or 2 clumping right hands around the side of the head. Still hanging in there and giving his best shot.
Well, the champ hasn't even threatened to win a round yet, but he's still there. I'm looking over from where Jim McDonnell and I are sitting. We're right opposite Chanet's corner, and I've got to tell you, I cannot believe what I'm seeing. They're not giving him any kind of rub down, watered down. No, you watch the attention or lack of attention on that eye. Have you seen him touch it yet? No, neither have I.
The only thing they'd done to him when he got back to corner was hit him on the head 3 times with a towel. He took more shots in the corner than he took in that round. It's frightening.
That's when he wobbled in that round. He's taking a lot of stick, the Frenchman. Question is how long Franz Marti will allow the one-way traffic, the keeper.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Matter of time.
Seconds out, round 4.
Fourth round, scheduled for 12. And you don't need me to tell you who both boys are, do you? Lennox Lewis in the black and white, and Chanet in the blue and gold. Jean Chanet, the heavyweight champion of Europe. A lot of good fighters have held that title. Last British boxer to hold it is Frank Bruno.
I know the two-horse race you can never have a red-hot favourite, but I just can't see how Chanet can pull this one out of the bag. Lewis is better in every department. The guy's cut. He's away from home. It really is an uphill battle.
Yeah, like E.T. He's lonely and a long, long way from home, and he's very lost.
I keep talking about that jab, but it really is something that Lewis has developed as his best weapon.
Well, I tell you, if ever we're going to see a bloke knocked out with a jab, it might be tonight.
Certainly game, Chanet, but there's no... the left hook's just strictly an arm shot. There's nothing behind it.
Appropriately, with this fight taking place on Halloween, Chanet starting to look like an extra from Nightmare on Elm Street. He's in a sorrowful state.
Referee watching very closely.
Chanet glanced momentarily down at us then, a face filled with pain and punishment.
Ooh, took 2 good shots there from Lewis.
You start understanding now, Jim, how come he's never been knocked out. He's a tough character.
Lewis has put other fighters away with the same shots, but Chanet really, really durable. Not just takes the shots, but comes back with shots of his own.
The eye, once again, pouring blood. Lewis, I should expect, completely unmarked.
He's got no answer to the jab, Chanet. Lewis could win this contest with a jab on its own. Absolutely treating the champion with contempt, Lewis.
A caution from Franz Marti.
His right hand that time, but no problem for Lennox, deals with it comfortably.
End of 4.
When he received that cut in the opening round, Dave, I didn't think it'd go this far.
Well, he's done well, but I'm still sticking to my guns, Jim. I don't see any way this will go 12.
No. If it goes half a dozen, I'll be surprised. But I've got to take me out after Chanet. You know, the guy's durable, and he hasn't just stuck his hands up and retired. He's given it his best shot.
Well, we're looking over Chanet's corner. We're facing him, and he looks desperately tired.
He really does. Not just tired, but probably sorrowful that his title may shortly not be his anymore. And the cut adding to his problems. And so are the corner.
Corners, 10 seconds.
I haven't even touched that cut, Dave.
Well, Chanet's record shows that he's had 32 fights. His nose looks as though it's had 52. Round 5, scheduled for 12. Lewis, remember, never gone beyond 8 rounds before. Ozzy Ocasio took him the full trip at the Albert Hall in London. But nobody else has held the final belt.
Another good shot in right hand from Lewis. Chanet really does absorb a good shot. And he's going to need to, because he's started to ship 1 or 2 now.
Let's get to his body. Step around.
Well, the Frenchman has so little left now, beyond wild swings and lunges. And I think we're getting to the point now where perhaps Franz Marti could start thinking about the wisdom of letting this fight continue.
Lennox is hitting him at will, really.
That was, well, in the kidneys. To a certain extent, Chanet brought it on himself by turning round. Face your man at all times. That's the instruction you get from the referee before a bout.
Lennox Lewis is on a mission. Chanet looks like he's on a lost mission to me.
He's hung his chin out a couple of times, and you can argue the toss, what would have happened if he'd been in with a real puncher. Then again, if he'd been in with a real puncher, would he have hung his chin out? And Chanet continues to look in a sorrowful state, and a good left to the solar plexus, and the Frenchman almost doubles over.
The body shot was a painful one. Chanet looking to hold every opportunity now.
And once again, the jab, jerking Chanet's head back. And, well, do you reckon Franz Marti should say enough's enough, Jim?
It's very, very, very tough decision. The guy's defending his title, the title's on the line. I don't feel the cut at this present moment in time is affecting his vision, but he's taking one hell of a shellacking.
Good body shots. And the end surely can't be too far away now. Round 6. And the end can't be too far.
It's all over.
It's got to be. It has to be. The eye pouring blood. Oh, no. That's it. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. Doctor says no. That's it. It's all over. It has to be finished. And it is.
Good decision from the referee.
We have a new champion.
European champion, Lennox Lewis.
Well, Lewis did a thoroughly professional, workmanlike job on that. He just cut his man to ribbons. Frenchman comes over, congratulates sportingly Lennox Lewis. And this man is the former champ, and Lennox Lewis can regard himself as the best heavyweight in the continent of Europe.
That's 3/4 of the world conquered, a quarter to go. Good luck, Lennox Lewis.
Just a little swelling underneath the left eye, caught by the big haymakers.
And ladies and gentlemen, in 15 seconds of the 6th round, the contest was stopped on the advice of the doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and the new heavyweight champion of Europe is Lennox Lewis.
Well, Lennox Lewis celebrates.
And ladies and gentlemen, your appreciation, please, for a very game loser.
We'll take the opportunity of having a break.
Chanet, ladies and gentlemen.
And we've got more action, this time from the heavyweights to the flyweights. That's coming up right after this. Hello again. Well, we're going to hear from the new European champion, Lennox Lewis, with Gary Newbon.
Congratulations, Lennox. The referee was surely going to stop it before too long anyway, wasn't he?
Yes, I figured on that as well. I was just taking my time and just throwing out my jab and relaxing, just boxing.
A good, solid performance. Looking to the future, do you think you could step up the pace a bit more? It might finish even quicker.
Oh, yes. But my coach just wanted me to go out there and just box like I naturally do.
We've criticised you in the past for not using the left jab, but it went well tonight.
Yes, it did. You know, we were working on that for 6 weeks. I sacrificed 6 weeks training for this fight, and it paid off.
Well, as we say, your performance was good, but we have to say he was a poor European champion, really.
Yes, he was. You know, you have to give him the utmost respect. He won. He beat Sweet D. Williams twice. So.
But we're saying he wasn't a good champion. You know, it was a bit of a limited boxer. It's not your fault, though, by the way.
He was limited, but you know, he was a champion. He had the belt, and that's what I wanted.
Okay, well, you've got that. Where does it take you now?
Well, you can ask Frank Maloney that.
Well, surely it's Gary Mason, and then all the doubts go away then.
That's what I want. I want Gary Mason. He said that he would fight me. He has to fight in December, and then he wants to come back and fight me. So, you know, we've already agreed to that.
Okay. Overall, what's your view about tonight?
I think it was good. You know, I got the belt. That's what I wanted. Now, go and rest for a while and get back into training and go after my other goals that I want.
Thank you.
Lennox Lewis talking to Gary Newbon.
Ladies and gentlemen, as he
And
leaves
Lennox
the ring,
will be defending that title at the Royal Albert Hall on December the 5th. We'll have it live on Screen Sport.